The Supreme Divine Personality, Bhagavan, is all-powerful, all-pervading, omniscient, the possessor of Yoga Maya, and so on. Amongst his various dimensions are his formless, all-pervading aspect, the Brahman, and his personal form as Bhagavan. We need to choose whom to make as our Ishtadev. What is the difference between these two? Those who worship the Lord in his formless aspect are doing fine. They relish Brahmanand, which is infinite in extent, but they are unable to see their Lord, to touch his lotus feet, to feed him, to serve him in a variety of ways. While those who worship the same Brahman in his personal divine form as Bhagavan experience the Saukumarya, Sashilya, Saurasya, Rup Madhuri, Murli Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, the innumerable sweet blisses of his personal aspect, and that is called Premanand. Brahmanando bhavedesha chet parardha guni krita naiti bhakti sukham bodhe paramanu tulamapi. It is said the Premanand is immensely sweeter than Brahmanand. Many on the spiritual path are unaware of this, and they believe that bhakti is only an intermediate sadhana. You will do it to purify your heart, but later on you'll reject the personal, and the highest realization of divine will be the formless. However, history bears testimony to the fact that the biggest jnanis who had become Jivan Mukt, Amalatma, Purnkam, Param Nishkam, Nirgranth, such superlative people of knowledge who were absorbed in the formless Brahman, when they got an experience of the divine love bliss of the personal form of God, they got immediately, spontaneously drawn towards it. Let me give you the example of Raja Janak from the Art and Science of Happiness. Mother Sita is worshipped in the Hindu tradition as the mother of the universe. When she descended on the planet Earth, King Janak had the honor of being her father. The father of the mother of the universe. He is also famous in history as Vide, which means one who has no perception of the body. Janak was in such an elevated consciousness that with one hand in the fire and another hand on his queen, he could still keep his mind absorbed in Brahman. He was also a worshipper of the formless Brahman. In fact, he would consider all names and forms in the world as mithya, or illusory and unreal. One day, he received the news that the great sage Vishwamitra, accompanied by Ram and Lakshman, had come to Janakpur. Janak went to welcome them. But on seeing the divine form of Shree Ram, he was spontaneously immersed in loving devotion. The Ramayana describes the episode Murati Madhura Manohara Vekhi Bhayav Videha Videha Viseshi. Videhraj Janak became even more transcendental to the body. Inhi vilokat ati anuraga barbas brahma sukhi manatyaga. That Janak, who was relishing Brahmanand, rejected it and became extremely attached. Rag means attachment. Anurag means deep attachment. The Ramayana says Ati Anuraga. He became so absorbed in the form of God and started thinking. Sahaja virag rupa mana mora thakita hot jimi chandra chakora. My mind is sahaj virakt. I do not need to remove it from the clinging towards sense objects and people. It is in a natural state of detachment. But thakit hot jimi chandra chakora. Like the chakor bird gets attracted towards the moon, I am just pulled towards the Roop Madhuri of Ram. He was in a conundrum. On one side, he realized he was completely detached. On the other, he was experiencing intense attachment to Shree Ram. And then he tried to resolve this puzzle. Brahma jo nigama neti kahi gava ubhaya roop dhari ki soyava. Is it that the same Brahman I used to worship as the formless has today come before me in his personal form? Which means Ram is the Ishtadev I was worshipping all along. Very rightly deduced. Ramam vidhi param brahma satchidanandam advayam. Ram is that supreme divine personality himself. So Raja Janak got immersed in Premanand, the divine love bliss of God. What is this Premanand which fascinated even Videharaj, even the father of Mother Sita? The Bhagavatam states, Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdyate. It says, the Supreme Divine Lord manifests as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. These are not three separate entities, but three manifestations of the one. Very much like steam, water and ice are all the same H2O in different physical forms. So what is Brahman? It is the all-pervading aspect of the Supreme Divinity, where he is Sat Chit Anand. However, he does not manifest his attributes, his Shaktis or his Leelas. Eko Deva Sarva Bhuteshu Gudaha Sarvavyapi, the Vedas say. The same Brahman also resides in everybody's hearts as the indwelling Paramatma. Sitting within, the Lord notes our karmas, keeps an account and gives the fruit at the appropriate moment. He is called Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. And then there's a third manifestation of Brahman and Paramatma. This is Bhagavan. When he descends in his personal divine form and displays sweet pastimes or leelas with his intimate associates, that is called Bhagavan. So as Bhagavan, he manifests his Naam, Roop, Leela, Gun, Dham, thereby revealing the sweetest form of his personal divine bliss or Premanand.
God doesn't care
for your wealth,
for your intelligence,
for your status.
God doesn't care
for your education,
for your austerities,
For your mantras.
God doesn't care
for your success,
for your physical strength,
for your rituals.
for your ability.
God is hungry
God is hungry for love.
for love.
Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe.
Get closer to God.
Get closer to God.
Krishna ki Krishna na jaye dure jaye Radhe. Krishna hoye मूर्छित देखी छवि राधे. Jai Radhe Krishna.